How many of you here visited Jos, Plateau State, before September 2001? Thank you. If you did, you remember Plateau as a home of peace and tourism, a land of serene environment, cold breeze, abundant fruit and resources, a land where the marketplace was a place where the call to prayer and the church bells were harmonized. It was Nigeria's sanctuary. Plateau State was a teen city, a land of peace, a land where neighbors lived together in unity. But on the 7th of September 2001, that cold breeze turned into a cloud of flames, and in just few days, lives were lost, and the city of peace turned into a theater of pain. My name is Susan Ogoleku. I am a resident of Jos Plateau State. I work here in Abuja. And I'm recounting the story of echoes of September, reliving Jos Crisis 2001. I'm giving this story not because I want to recount past wounds or hurt, but because I want us to understand the fragility of peace. I want us to know what it means to live in harmony and also learn from the pain, because I am a survivor. The crisis in Jos did not spark from just yesterday. It was as a result of tension of political appointments and also indigene and settlers debate. I remember a street where houses were marked. Neighbors that had lived together for years turned to look at each other in suspicion, afraid of one another. And how do I know that? My house was one of those marked. It was a normal Saturday morning. We're going about our businesses. All of a sudden, I went out to get something for my mother because she's a poultry farmer. When I stepped out of the house, the silence that greeted me was not ordinary. I couldn't see familiar faces anymore. They were all strangers. People that would normally say hello to you were looking at you with all suspicion. I ran back in. I told my mother, I don't think all was well. She ran outside, and there she saw buses coming to pick neighbors, children, and all. And she was like, she told my father, let's leave this place. And I kid you not, in less than 5 minutes, we couldn't move out of the house anymore. It was surrounded. I saw people that came with anger, eyes filled with rage, ready to kill. We were given the option of either come out and get killed or being burnt in the house. My siblings were all around, mostly boys. And if any of you know about crisis is when they target men. We were all scared. We had nowhere to go. From 9 a.m. we're in the house till almost 5 p.m. Nowhere to go. We were scared. Different news flying around. We finally managed to get out, and my mother was 7 months pregnant. She stood in front of the gate. They opened the first gate. She stood in front of the gate. She was praying. She had her rosary and her Bible. She was praying. And we were looking at these people ready to kill. We started praying, and they were divided into two factions. One for us, one against us. We continued praying until past 5. When we wanted to go out, and then somebody asked my mother, Zaiki Ina, meaning, where are you going to? And she said, that means she wants to go tell the other neighbors to live with their kids, and they laughed at her and said, we were the only ones left in that community. We had to leave to the police barrack. My mother left at first because she was pregnant. And then we had to go the second time. While we were on our way to the police barrack, just a place that would have taken us 5 minutes, we spent over 50 minutes, because for every 50 meters, there were mounted roadblocks. I had a sword put from my side, the passenger side, another put from my father's side. They looked at us and said, Sanunku. My father said, Sanunku. That means well done. We stayed in the barrack. We finally got to the barrack. We stayed for over 4 days. People, it wasn't a good sight to behold. Women were giving birth. Children were looking for parents, mothers were looking for their children. I tell you this story because the fires of 2021 in Jos did not just destroy lives, it crashed the peace, it crashed the harmony. As I close, I want to tell you that it's better to live in peace and harmony than to live in chaos. It's better we come together to build bridges where others built walls. The lesson of 2001 taught me that even though fire had the capacity to destroy, it cannot extinguish the capacity to heal, to forgive, and to rebuild. My story is echoes of 2021 September. My name is Susan Ogoleko, and I'm your survivor. Thank you very much.